Hey guys, how's it going? Matt here, back again with another vinyl haul. It's been a few months since I last did one, and I have some stuff I'd like to show that I think some people would be interested in, so I'm going to get right into it. First up is Cloud Nothing's Life Without Sound. This actually just came today. I'm halfway through it. I had listened, I think NPR had it on to stream, and I enjoyed it. I had already had it pre-ordered. They're a band that I kind of just over the last two records have really enjoyed their stuff. Their earlier stuff, not as much. I got in, basically, I got into the band right around when Attack on Memory came out, and I've kind of been with them ever since. So when I think it was kind of late last year, late 2016, that it was announced that the record would be coming out. I pre-ordered it, and it came today. I'm liking it. It's with all records, especially when you have a preconceived notion of what a band sounds like, it's always going to take a little bit of an adjustment to find your footing with the new record. So that's kind of where I am right now. I've listened to it, like I said, the stream of it several times, and I just finished with the A side before I started recording this, and I'm liking it. I think if you like their previous two albums, you'll like this. It's not as chaotic, I guess, as the last one or the last two, but I'm liking it so far. And like I said, if you like the first two records of theirs, you'll definitely you should like this one as well. For those who don't know, Cloud Nothings are I guess just an indie rock band. They were two albums ago. They were more they kind of changed their sound. They were like a pop punk, like a bedroom project of I think his name is Dylan Baldy, and he kind of fleshed it out with a full band and just really good indie rock, really good to check out. A little heavier than I guess what most people would just consider straight indie rock, but still good nonetheless. Next up is a classic. Speaking of pop punk, I don't know if I showed this one already. I apologize if I did, but my videos don't get many views anyway, so I don't think I'd be offending too many people. But it is Saves the Day Through Being Cool. I picked this up a few months back. This is one that for some reason is one of my favorite records of all time. For some reason I always passed on buying it, which I was kind of annoyed about because when I finally did buy it, it was more expensive than I had seen it in previous years. But I picked it up, pulled the trigger. I don't know if it's on just straight up black vinyl. It is not, I was way off. See-through, kind of clear teal, really strong quality. I don't know if it's 180 gram, but feels pretty close. And yeah, it's through being cool. It saves the day. For people, I guess, of a certain age, this is really a big album, and I think I'm of that age. This was one of the records that I got into as a teenager and kind of set me off on what I've listened to since then. So really happy to have that one in the collection after a few years of passing on it for whatever reason. All right, next is Fugazi's Steady Diet of Nothing. This is the second piece of Fugazi music I have in my collection. And the other one is End Hits. I was just making sure I had that correct. Yeah, I was in a record store in Brooklyn, New York, about a week ago, and this was sitting there. I think I paid more than I normally would if I had ordered it through Discord, but it was sitting there, and there was really nothing else I was super interested in. So, I think I paid like $16 for it, which isn't bad, but I think most of their stuff is a little cheaper online. But I guess when you factor in shipping and whatnot, it probably evened out. Yeah, this is one of my favorite Fugazi records. This was the only one that they had there. But yeah, I've gotten into Fugazi a lot more over the last 2 or so years, and I really enjoyed most of their stuff. They're not, I wouldn't say one of my favorite bands, but they're a band that I'm appreciating more as I listen to them more, especially their live stuff. A lot of it is on YouTube, and a lot of stuff they have on their website. They have a whole live series, which is pretty cool, and you can listen to shows past. They've probably played 1,000 shows. And I guess they're still technically an active band. They've just kind of been on a hiatus for the last decade plus. So hopefully at some point we get a new Fugazi record, but if not, there's still plenty of great stuff of theirs in their back catalog. Next up is a repress of another album that was didn't have as big an impact as Saves the Day on me when I was a younger guy, but it was one of them. It's the starting lines, "Say it like you mean it." I picked this up off of. It was on sale on shop Radiocast, I think. I don't really buy too much from them. I think it's a little overpriced, but this was on sale, and I had to pick it up. And yeah, it's one of those album that was pretty big for me early in my high school days. Drive-Thru Records release, which was the go-to for me, at least as an adolescent guy. It's not something I pop in too often. They're not a band that I listen to frequently, as my tastes have changed, and this band, for me, really hasn't aged too well, but it's more like a bubblegum version of I guess, alternative rocker. At the time, I guess, emo, we were kind of past the emo stage of, I guess, the golden age of emo, and it kind of morphed into more Drive-Thru Records type stuff. But like I said, if I had paid any more, I think this was $20. I think that was including shipping. I probably wouldn't pay more than that, but I did buy it on this occasion. It's a double vinyl. It has some bonus tracks as well. One of which is Greg's Last Day, which is one of their earlier songs, which is one of my favorite songs by them. So that kind of also pushed it pushed me to buy it even more. But yeah, it's like I said, it's good to have in the collection, I guess, for me, but not one I go back to too often. Got a single here. This is Brand New's "I Am the Nightmare." I saw them over the summer with Modest Mouse, and I passed on this, and then this also was, I don't even know where I found it. It was a Christmas gift, but I had ordered it. I don't know where I ordered it from, but it was pretty cheap. I think it was on sale. It might have been from Brand New themselves. It was pretty cheap. It's just the one. It's just a single for the song "I Am the Nightmare." Was hoping for a new Brand New record in 2016, but we're not. We obviously, with it being 2017, we didn't get it. But I'm hoping, keep my fingers crossed for 2017. I think the rumors are that they have one last record and then they're going to call it quits, which is fine. I mean, it's been almost 20 years, despite the lack of productivity. I don't think they've released an album since, I think, 2009 or maybe 2011. So it's been a while. So I'd like to get that one last one. They've released a few singles, but including obviously this one, and there's, I think, 2 others, but no proper album yet. So keep my fingers crossed, but I was happy to have this. I have everything of theirs except for some singles and the 2006 demos, which I think, as far as I know, are just released on, I think they were just released on cassette, I think. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I may actually have it behind me. I'm not sure. But yeah, so Brand New, I Am the Nightmare. And last but not least is this came this week. This is another one that for some reason I passed on it for years and years and years, and finally said I'm going to pick it up because it was actually out of stock for a little bit on Amazon, but it came back in, and that is Radiohead's Kid A. I mean, what could I say about this record? When I first got into Radiohead, I think it was too different for me, but now I've really come to appreciate what a masterpiece it is. My only issue with this is that it's a 10-inch, so it doesn't fit well into my collection. I only have, I think, one other 10-inch. I'm not a big 10-inch person. I don't have a sleeve for it, so that's my only problem with it. But the packaging is great. Folds out. It's great. I still have to pick up a moon-shaped pool of theirs, which came out last summer. But yeah, really, really, really happy to have Kid A in the collection. So that's what I have. That's what I've picked up over the last couple months. I hope you enjoyed watching, and leave some comments below if you did, and I'll see you in the next video.